Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. And I wanted to come back on. I was on earlier and I wanted to come back on and give you an update. I came on during my lunchtime and was able to give my thoughts and commentary about the shooting of Migos rapper Takeoff here in Houston at 2:35 this morning. Boy, stop now. Okay. Um, and I will definitely drop the link in the chat for that in case you missed it. You're gonna watch the replay. Um, I also when I said I would come back on if there were any updates, and then definitely I'm giving that right now. So let me take this off of here. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe. Hey everybody, I'm on a little bit early. Just got home. Boy, wants to be rubs and hugs. Okay, so this is coming from care of um, ABC Houston. Okay, also the other stations are will be airing it, and I think I saw PBS was going to air it or Associated Press. Um, but I actually got to watch it live, and there were some things that I wanted to point out in this um, uh, in this in this press conference. You will hear from first HPD Chief Skinner. I think it's Skinner or is it Tanner? I think it's Tanner or Skinner. I keep forgetting. He'll say his name. Then you'll hear from the detective who is in charge of the investigation, and then you will hear from Mayor Turner, and then you will hear from the Spanish translator, and then Mayor Turner will come. The chief and mayor will come again. But there were specific points I wanted to get about what the chief said about him speaking with Takeoff's mother, and also about what the investigator said about the events. Okay, so just gonna let you know this video is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976, fair use, fair use. For purposes of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, Betty Yellick, I'm so happy you can be here. Okay. Okay, so let me mute myself and so y'all can hear. Let me see if I can make this bigger so y'all can see it. Okay.
Element first. Providing it. Ready. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Chief Finner. The mayor's here today in support, as always, in our city, providing everything we need as resources. He's received a few calls, just as I did, and he wanted to stand, so he'll be here to make a statement later if he wants, or definitely here to answer questions. So,
hey, I really thought it was really poignant that it's Finner. I'm sorry, Finner, not Skinner. That he was making sure that everyone knew that, not a lot of those in the hip hop community were, doing things that they were bad. And so okay. They were doing things bad because there's actually a lot of like Trader Truth, who has done a lot of things like help to rescue people during hurricanes. There are other rappers in the community. There's one more, I can't think of his name. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. He lives here in Houston as well. He does it for the community. Um, his partner, a member of this group, Scarface, is also active in the community. He actually ran for city council. So he's just letting everyone know, like, oh, rappers, they're not all victims of shooting or involved in the shooting. They actually do things in our community. So we shouldn't paint them all as bad. Okay. So but I just wanted to give why he's saying that, because he has partner Finner, I'm sorry, has partnered with other, because some of them are very much activists in the community, so they have actually helped out a lot. And so plus I think he's doing it also to say, hey, I might need your help in finding out who did this, because you may know more about the rap community than him. So he's also trying to make sure he's good with them. Okay. All right.
Thank you. Let me say something right quick just to follow.
Okay, so one of the things, like I said, make a point to note. He said the detective said there were two other people, because initially they just said one person was killed or injured or killed, and that was Takeoff. So there's a male and a female that someone got in a car. They took them to the nearest hospital. And as the staff said, they were closed at 2. It was outside, and there were people still there. And once the shooting started, everyone fled. So they're really wanting. That's why I put the tips there. Um, I need to put the other number there. He said it kind of fast. Um, but I want to skip to this next part, um, where um, the mayor comes in. Okay, so I'm skipping around. Boy, stop. On this, so I'm gonna. And this is the detective, other officer translating. Okay, so this is the mayor.
Yes. Chief, you want to open it up for questions?
Yeah. Mayor, great.
Okay, before they
Just,
open for
just
questions.
a note before turning back over to Chief Fenner. As you have heard, this was a private party um, last night of about 40 people. Um, in that group, um, somebody or people know who the actual shooters were. Um, and let me just ask, like has already been asked, uh, that anyone who has information on the shooters to provide that information to HPD, and let us solve this situation. Let us bring justice to this family. Um, but I'm asking for any of the persons who were at this private party that know that have information on the shooters. Please provide that information to HPD and let us solve it. We will solve this particular uh, case. We will find the shooters, but information provided would help to expedite that. But we will. I do want to extend my condolences to the mom of Takeoff, to all the family members of Takeoff, to the families and friends. So I do want to I want to do that because it doesn't matter how famous you are. You may not be famous at all. Anybody who loses his or her life is a life loss, and there are family members and friends who are grieving as a result. What I've consistently said over the last several months is that I'm concerned with this age group, young group between 16 and 24, let's say 16, 24, 16 and 30. There are too many uh, young men of color that are killing young men of color. And we do need to have that conversation. We do need to deal with it head on. This was a private party, private event coming at the end, and then we have the shooting, and now one person is no longer with us. Um, and it's not just in the hip hop community. Um, and I just don't want to demonize this group. Um, but it's across the board with this demographic, where people are no longer resolving their disputes or their arguments through a fist fight, but now everybody has access to guns. And so when there's a disagreement, people pull their guns and they start shooting. And then people are fatally shot and killed, or people are injured. And that's unfortunate. In my day, you have a disagreement, fist fight, and you deal with it. In this day, if there's a disagreement, in those few seconds when the emotions are running high, people pull their guns and then they're shooting. And as a consequence of that, we have too many young men of color that are being injured or fatally killed, and their future is cut off, and family members and friends are left to mourn. This does not have to be our reality, and it need not be our future. And so, as it relates to this particular incident, what I would say to the people in this city and even beyond, um, we will solve this crime. Let us solve this crime. Let us bring the persons to justice, and we will. And then we will continue to move to make our city a safer city. It's disappointing after putting in place One Safe Houston, which is still in place, when the numbers are trending in the right direction, when homicides in the city of Houston are below 11% below last year, when the numbers of violent crime in almost every category are down in comparison to last year. But one incident, one loss of life through shooting is one too many, irrespective of the numbers trending in the right direction. So just wanted to let people know this particular crime will be resolved, and it will be addressed. But if you have any information for those in the hip hop community, to those who were there last night, please provide that information to HPD, and then let us work to quickly resolve it. Thanks. Chief.
Thank
The beef of whatever went down. Is there any may not have been involved in the beef of whatever went down? Is there any?
They're taking questions. It's hard to hear their questions. But I think he's going to repeat them.
I don't want to speculate, but I do want to say, based on what people say about him, he's well respected, nonviolent. I would not expect him to be involved. Okay, but I do want to wait on the investigation. But we have no reason to believe that he was involved in anything criminal at the time. Just as people describe him, a very peaceful, loving, great entertainer. That's still part of the investigation. I don't want to speculate on that. I want to determine that, and we're still on the early stages. It's only happened a few hours ago, I meant to say. So go ahead.
It's really hard for me to hear
At
them.
At least two right now, and with the processing of the scene, and
They asked how many
we
people were
trace
there. Other
cases.
people
So
were.
we're in the process of doing that.
So it sounds as though the suspect or suspects were at this private party.
We believe so. Yeah. Go ahead.
Outside or inside?
Outside.
And Chief, you mentioned that you don't believe that Takeoff was involved in the altercation. Are you confident saying that you don't believe Takeoff may have been the intended target?
I'm not comfortable in saying that. I don't want to speculate, not at this time. Go ahead.
But based on the comments of young men killing black men, do you think this individual is the suspect might be younger than, let's say, 20?
I think they were probably all in their 20s. Okay, but again, I don't like speculation. We want to wait until we nail it down. What we go, I want us to all understand. The family is hurting, and I don't mind the questions. I mean, that's a part of it. But if we send our family, our loved ones who are looking and listening on a roller coaster, that's what I always caution against as the police chief. I want to make sure that we're taking them in consideration. But we are gonna, bottom line, mark my word, and mark it. This great city, with our great citizens, with our police department, we will find who's responsible for it. Go ahead.
Chief, your
I don't want to judge them at this moment right now. I want to call them to action. And the mayor said it, and this is very important. And I don't want my message to get twisted up either, because sometimes people take a portion of what you say and they take away from the context of the message that you're trying to bring. It's not just hip hop. It is that age, and we need to give them some help. We've done a lot of things in our city. We need to cultivate them, be there and support them. Now, there's a few in any population or any community that are just evil, and that's a very few. And I don't know the backgrounds of these people. Let us find out who did it. Let us do our investigation. But those individuals that I talked about that are committing crime after crime, don't know if this is the case here, but we do have at least two individuals pulling triggers around here. We're going to get them in custody, okay?
Chief, I know you mentioned that.
Let me get her, and then I'll come back. I want to get, and then if we got time, we'll get back. Yes. We're viewing it as part of the investigation, and that may uncover something. But the best thing that we have, because even if we have a face, the best thing somebody can stand up, because somebody knows exactly who it was. And I'm really confident that somebody's going to step up. Anybody over here, and then I'll come back to you. Go ahead. And then I'll come back to you. Go ahead.
Did the argument start at the party, or was it an argument or a disagreement that had?
That's still part of the investigation. At some point, I think there was a disagreement on something, and we're still trying to determine that and work that out. But again, once we determine it, we'll put it out there. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Chief, is there anything you can share with us about the private party?
I don't know right now, just the private party at that location. That's going to be part of the investigation. We need to talk to management. We need to talk to individuals who were actually there. A lot to go in this investigation, still early on. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Could you just talk a little bit about, where this fits in sort of broader picture of what Houston's been dealing with for the last couple of years, right? I mean, the mayor did mention.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. They started asking questions about, like, the last one I could hear. It was like, what about this shooting is related to the other shooting? Because there have been other shootings here in Houston, and one of the things they did say, and the mayor reiterated that Chief Finner said, and also the mayor said, that this is not like Houston has shootings, okay, just like any other city, and that's why he said, "Oh, we have 46,000 less homicides." So I think they're saying, "Oh, yeah, shootings in Houston is a reality, but it's not like, oh, Houston is known for shootings where there are other shootings in other places." And so I think they were trying to say, like, "Hey, we are going to investigate this case, and we just need people to come in and like give us the piece." That's why I kept saying it's an investigation. It's an investigation, because you can't come out prematurely and say, "Oh, this is what happened. This is what happened," because then once you get all the pieces together, it's different. And that's like he said, the family probably heard online, heard on Twitter. People are saying a whole bunch of things. Like today, I first got it from the news, and then my students were like, "Oh, we saw it on Twitter." And then I'm looking at the news, but then I also see that a whole bunch of YouTubers, not including myself, on here reporting it. And that's why I was like, I wanted to show y'all the conference and go over, boy, and what this means. There have been a number of other shootings that have happened here, but I think what they also wanted the people to know, no, they didn't. I don't think they think, this is what I think. Maybe the two. I think he was trying to say, I don't know if it was a misstep when he said this, because I caught it too, Betty. I don't know if you were thinking the same thing. He said, "Oh, we have two people who went to the hospital and they've been shot and they're working with us." And then later on, he says, "Yeah, we know us. We know somebody's been shooting out here. At least 2 people." And I was like, "Is that a miss Freudian slip, or are they getting information that it's 2 other shooters that are not in the hospital?" So, hey, yes, African lemonade. I can't believe it either. And then, like, my students, I don't know if you saw my video from around lunch. My students, because I told them, I said, when I first saw it, like this morning when I got up at like 4 or 5, it was saying like, oh, Mingers member at shooting, someone died, but it didn't say like who died. And then later on, it was like, it says Takeoff died. And I was like, oh my Lord, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I said, I hope they don't have the shooting online. And my student was like, yeah, the shooting is online. And I said, what? They're like, yeah. I said, where? On Twitter. I said, well, they're probably not showing his body. Oh, no, miss, we see the body. And I shouldn't have done it. I went over there and I saw it, y'all. And I was just like, I shouldn't have. I got triggered. I did. Sorry, just and I said it in the last one. I said, I had problems because there were people filming him on the floor, and I was like, did anybody call 911? Because you guess what? You can't call 911 and film at the same time, right? And then they were moving the body, and I was like, I know, I watched CSI, Law and Order, Criminal Minds. You're not supposed to touch the body. Now, are you checking for a pulse? Maybe. Okay. Are you trying to see the part? But you can see because it was a lot of blood. And I thought they were saying it was his head, but then in the press conference, they said the head or neck. Oh, well, yeah, head or neck. So, but in case you want to go back and listen without my commentary, I kept thinking his name is Skinner, but it's Skinner. So, you can see it without my commentary. Maybe you can hear, and maybe some people who just came in and want to go back and listen to it. But I was just like, okay. And then from what the different articles that I've seen, and then even my students, they were like informing me, this Gen Z, they really on it. They're saying he wasn't even in the dice game. His uncle Quavo was, and someone else, but Quavo was upset because he kept losing, and so I guess he was accusing other people of cheating. And so when the place closed at 2, they took it outside, and someone in Takeoff and Quavo's their little entourage or group shot at the other people, and other people shot back. So allegedly, boy, stop. Allegedly, Takeoff got hit, basically being a bystander. Yeah, but he's not a band member. That's not the guy. That guy is not a band member. That's a totally another rapper. I know who you're talking about. I get his name. Okay. Okay. Someone said it today. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to. There's. Oh. Oh, and now something else I wanted to show y'all too. I put it on my Designer. Okay. It said news of Migos Takeoff death is gripping the hip hop community hard, and Designer, with two eyes, wants nothing to do with it anymore. Designer went live early Tuesday, swearing off Rap Forever, pointing to plaques of his past work while screaming, "This version of me is done." He continued railing against the culture further, even going as far as to proclaiming he can't live life like this. Designer ended the video by sending a RIP to Takeoff and other fallen rappers. PNB Rock, Biggie, Nipsey Hussle, and offer condolences to Quavo, Offset, DJ Duro, and the rest of Quality Control. The whole tragic incident is an eerie twist, considering Takeoff was promoting his Messy video just 24 hours earlier. Designer joins T Grizzly as the most recent rapper to quit, although TG walked back his comment shortly after. Something tells us that Designer is serious about his remarks, though. Let me see if I can find his remarks. Let's see. Yeah, so Designer is not in the band. His song is called Panda. Panda. I don't know who that is outside my door. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, that was Designer. That's not a member of the Migos. And actually the Quavo and Offset and Cardi B, and I believe they said nobody from the record label has said anything. So they're probably waiting on the official information from the yeah, they're waiting on official, information from the police. Also, probably someone has to write their statement, and plus, gotta make sure all the family gets contacted first. Okay. So this video is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976. Allows to make for fair use for purposes, criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay. So this is another hip hop rapper who has learned about Takeoff's death, and this is his reaction. Shout out to Mag TV.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It ain't nothing. I'm done rap. I'm done rap. Yo, you hear me? It's done. This version of me is done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Y'all took Takeoff, bro. It's done. Y'all wanted it. It's over. 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 Y'all.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
I'll put the whole video in the chat. Yeah, so this is Designer. And I was trying to fast forward it because there was a part where it shows Takeoff on the ground. So I was trying to move it so y'all wouldn't see that. But in case you want to go back and see it, like, share, subscribe to Mag TV. But I'm sorry, that looked like I saw his eyes. He was doing the ugly cry, like he's in pain. So praying for him, praying for Takeoff's family, praying for Quavo, Offset, everybody. It's just they had millions of dollars. They're a private event. I'm gonna show y'all. Also wanted to show y'all the place. Okay, they have 7 locations around. They have 7 locations around the country, and they're gonna open up 3 more coming soon. And I'm just looking at the place like, okay, so this is the place that they had. This is billiards and bowling. So basically, pool in a bowling alley, y'all. To me, it looks like a much more adult Dave and Buster's to me. Because one off I-10, it has a bowling alley and a pool, and it got games for the kids. But you can eat there too. So I'm just like, okay, so this is drink up, try down, rack them up, knock them down. Okay, you got one in Myrtle Beach, Conway, South Carolina, 3 in South Carolina, 2 in Arizona, 1 in Houston. And they're supposed to be coming, another one coming in Arizona, another one coming in South Carolina, and 1 coming in Tennessee. Okay, about 8:10. You can bowl, play, eat, and drink. Find your nearest location. At 8:10, billiards and bowling want to create a fun and casual atmosphere where anyone can feel welcome and relax. Maybe you will enjoy relaxing with a quiet game of chess and a glass of wine. Oh, you can do chess too? Or maybe a night of billiards and cottage more your speed. How about a pitcher, some sliders, and a few frames of 10 pin? Whatever your preference, we have you covered. Oh, franchising. You can buy gift cards. Look, plan an event. Just look at it. Okay, so this is the thing you want to plan an event. So this was a private event, y'all. This wasn't like they were at a club and too many people showed up. This wasn't like when they had what's the man named Travis Scott, Astroworld. Like, oh, we just got too many people coming over here getting trampled and hurt. No, this was a private event. So these people invited these people to this event. Why did they choose Houston? Maybe they didn't want to go to South Carolina. I don't know. Maybe they want to go to Arizona. I don't know. Maybe they got people here. There are other rappers here. Maybe I don't know. Hopefully we will work for 810, be social, giving back, 810 in the news, contact, FAQs. Okay, this is be social. Okay, so look at the place. Bowling alley, billiards, pool, late night bowling. They close at 2:00, y'all. Oh, table tennis. You know, Prince used to like to do table tennis or ping pong. Oh, they got shuffleboard. Oh, they got the arcade. Air hockey. Okay, this is starting to look like a big old grown ass. Hey, beautiful Bernice. This is starting to look like a big old like I said, a much more upscale Dave and Buster's. A dope version of Chuck E. Cheese without the cartoon mouse. You know, but y'all wanted to go play dice? You got millions of dollars and you wanted to go play dice and you kept losing, so you needed the Lord Jesus, fix it, Jesus. Hey, beautiful bunnies. So this showed this is a Crime Stoppers tip line. It's a press conference if you want to see that. And designer, he just said he done. He don't want to do this no more. And this is my video from earlier, and I'll put them in the description. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'll keep y'all updated on this case. If they find out anything. Also, I need to check on the case of the young lady who was a female rapper that died. Was it over a month ago, or was it a month ago? Basically, she was in the Galleria, and someone got out that car, and they shot at her, basically shot at her. But one of the people that I think shot at her, he got arrested. So I would definitely double check on there too. I'm gonna say there was another rapper that got shot, but that one died. But just like what the heck? Just oh Lord, pray for everybody, y'all. Don't be playing no dice, okay? If that I ain't never heard no professional dice games or nothing like that. But when like I said earlier, I think of playing dice. I'm thinking like either not someone's 28 or mid 20s. Maybe something you do with your cousins or something, or your best friend at the family reunion in the room or whatever, or your old uncles, your old heads doing something like that. That's a good question. The bill 810 billions in bowling had their own security, and Texas, as long as you're 21 years old, no felonies, you can carry a gun without having to have a permit. And was it one of the what did they have? Was one of the people who shot using a gun? Were they a bodyguard? Just saying, like, oh, was it somebody in the entourage? I think my dog is snoring, y'all. Okay. So, but yeah, where the bodyguard? That's what I'm trying to figure out, though. They have millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. So unless they're doing like poker, they have all these championships and it's millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars. What y'all playing? What you playing dice for? I'm just, oh Lord. Okay. All right, y'all. If I can know even more information, I will definitely come back on. Also, I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Check my community wall. I just saw. Okay, I love this show. I have the African American Greed series, which I definitely need to get back on. But I modeled it after the American Greed series that's on CNBC, and I think I saw one with Jennifer Lewis. And I need to see if I could get a full episode. Would y'all want to do that for like a reaction video? Like we all watch it. I probably won't be able to monetize it, but I would think it'd be fun. Jennifer Lewis, actress, mother of Hollywood. Would y'all like that? I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Oh, he ugly cried on that. I'm just, baby, I felt it. Oh, yeah, I put it in. Jennifer Lewis, American Greed. Okay, you said it was 8 days ago, and I didn't see it. Oh, they put 3 hours ago. When is it? Okay, so someone else had posted it. I'm gonna see if I can find a full episode. I'm gonna see if I can find a full episode. But this is the thing, though. Like, I think some rap, but this is the thing. Maybe because I grew up in the 90s. I remember a lot of rappers had bodyguards. Was it me? Hey, lady, 747. Let me find a full episode, and maybe I don't know about tonight, but maybe another night this week we can all watch. I also want to do like Zoe, goddamn Zoe. He does movie nights too, and I'm thinking like, sometimes I want to do a movie night. Did y'all like when we did the shorts, the movie shorts? Because I found another channel too. They're independent movies, and they're free. So I think we can do those two. Okay. They feel like they don't need bodyguards. They bought into the hyper masculine they're promoting. Okay. I told some of my students today, I said, y'all better not be out here in college playing dice. It's too old for that. The dice game. Whew, millions of dollars. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much, African Lemonade 2.0. A Lady 747. Betty Yellick, the beautiful Bernice. Okay. Who else in here? Lindsay. Thank y'all so much. I'll put some of the links I have in my description. Please check out Mag TV. They're the one who has the also Crime Stoppers. If any of y'all know some people, I know some people in the sector or they are in Houston. Because I really do hope they catch this person very soon. I just feel so bad. His mama came. Remember, this happened at 2:35 this morning. The place closed at 2. But they were still obviously talking about whatever they were talking about. His mama had to because I think his body is at the Houston Institute of Forensic Sciences where they do like autopsies and do the blood and stuff. So they have to get next of kin to come identify and probably test out, like, okay, is this your child? Do you have all the and she probably had to go get whatever, like birth certificate, I don't know, immunization card. I don't know. I don't think Quavo had all that stuff. I wonder if that's his mama brother or his daddy brother. I don't know. I got questions. So, all right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm about to eat my food. I decided to do I got me some seafood gumbo. I know boy over here pretending to be asleep. Don't get up in a minute, gonna want some. I know. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye. Don't be out here playing no dice. And call 911 first before you start filming stuff. And if you see me get shot, you better call 911 first. Don't be taking pictures of me and my body all over social media. I'll come back and haunt you. I will.